Grounded have dropped a big new info video, something very special, very different from what they've done in the past. They've got these puppets going through basically what to expect with the next update and a focus on insects. They're going to be doing a whole series of these, and the first one is focused on the termite, which was revealed a good few weeks ago now, maybe over a month ago, at one of their charity events they did for Extra Life. So we know this update is going to be coming at some point early next year, but let's dive into what the devs had to say. So the termites are coming and they're going to be pretty formidable, above black ants in terms of difficulty, and you'll be able to craft all sorts of tier 3 items with them. They're actually going to be living in their own biome, a woodpile biome, right next to the shed in the backyard. This is going to be another dungeon-like area, that's what the devs have said in this video, and they've said that these termites are really going to be pretty tough. They're going to be able to gnaw through wood, and they may go into the shed area itself, so we could be finally going into the shed and exploring what could be there potentially. The devs explicitly mention you're going to need termite parts to make the new tier 3 axe that's going to be incoming. And we know from the leaked game files I showed you guys a while ago that they are working on mite armour. There's going to be brand new termite headpiece, termite chest piece, and probably a bit more. The termites themselves are modelled actually on the ants, and have tweaked and changed it so it looks a bit different just to get them into the game. So they thought it would be pretty interesting. The termites are much more aggressive than ants, even the black ones, and they will call their friends to come and basically do battle with you if you go and battle them. They don't mention anything about attacking your base, but I've long felt that was part of the game, since there's a whole bunch of stuff they've never introduced that were in the game in the early days that I showed you guys that was secretly put in there. Things like honey traps and ice traps that they've never implemented just yet, so I'm hoping that's going to be part of it, that termites could potentially be attacking your base. And if they can eat through wood, does that mean we can actually start crafting items out of wood? So yeah, expect another big dungeon much like the Black Anthill, which is probably one of the most challenging in the game, and this one looks to be even harder, and we are going to get a lot of use out of the area inside or just in front of the shed area too, as you can see with this giant massive axe that's going across, and another laboratory, as well as lots of dead grass and obviously a juice box right at the top. So there's lots of stuff going on here. But if we zoom right in past the shed area, what is that? That is something brand new. If you actually take a look in your game right now, don't have that structure in the game. I don't know what it is, I don't know what it could be, but it's definitely something big, it's definitely something new. It looks potentially like an upturned sort of vehicle, or possibly maybe like a lawnmower, or maybe it's a science laboratory like they have in the hedge area. And from these limited little shots, it does look like they're moving possibly where the charcoal or barbecue is going to be as well, to make way for this. So lots of things will change, and yeah, it's going to be interesting to get inside this shed and see how it all interacts. Will we come across the Mantis boss that has also been shown off and leaked in the game files that I showed you ages ago? Will that be inside maybe the dungeon of this woodpile, or will it be inside the actual shed? It's really exciting stuff. I have been a bit worried about Grounded over the last few months because I felt like it's lost a bit of momentum. With the updates coming out every 3 months, it has meant that people maybe aren't playing it as long as they were, or they're playing it when the updates come out and then they're getting lots of content out of it, but then they're kind of moving on to other stuff because there just isn't anything to keep you going daily. And that's why I really am excited about base defense. So if termites possibly bring that forward a bit more, where we actually have to think about making bases that could defend against attacks from bugs, that is something I really feel Grounded needs sooner rather than later. Now, I'm not saying that's going to come in this update, but I think it's a direction, a point in the right direction, that that's where we're hopefully going to go with Grounded in the future. Now, these termites are obviously going to be problematic, but not just because they can bite through wood or attack you pretty in bulk, but they're also going to shoot globules of like this mucus at you. It looks like it's going to do some sort of corrosive damage, or certainly just take away a lot of your health when it hits you. So much maybe a bit like a bombardier beetle. Maybe it won't do damage, maybe it will be something that will just slow you down, because they didn't really mention that it was corrosive or damaging, but it does look like it definitely stuns you a little bit, and there was that red little mark on the screen that usually means you've lost a bit of life. So all really exciting stuff. Obviously go and watch the full video to hear the developers themselves. I'll leave it in the comment section down below, but this is just a recap of what to expect from it. And as I said, this is looking likely to be coming at maybe the end of January, maybe February, if we're going by their previous timeline of their updates. Also, look out for a big video from me talking about what grounded has to come in 2022, and make sure you subscribe to my second channel, Jcraft, where you're going to be seeing pretty much mostly only grounded content from now on that channel in terms of guides and tutorials, and maybe only a bit of news on this main channel of mine. So until next time, rat bags, laters.